graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Shota swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Apologize for being a little bit late. We were just doing the 76ers Boston Celtics game, and that was a lot of fun, but we got a baseball game to cover. And tonight we got the Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. So Freddie Freeman is in the box right now. There's 2 away in the top of the first, and Rupp is on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch, swing and a miss. So Landon on the bump for the San Francisco Giants. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a little bit. But first, let's wait until things settle down. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch. And that is high and away for ball 3. All right. Whoops. The 3D's not working, JJ. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There we go. That's better. And let's wait for this to catch up. What's it say? 2 balls, no strikes. There's strike 1. So it's now 2-1. All right, so let's just wait for a second. 1 second. And then we'll have to change that too. Still says 2-2. All right, so 3 balls, 2 strikes as Freddie Freeman is in the box. What the heck is going on? 3-2 pitch on the way. That misses inside for ball 4. So the Dodgers do get Freddie Freeman on with 2 outs. All right, so let's also change this. I will make sure that we get everything up and running in RAT. We go to box score. And that's better. Good. All right, here's Teoscar Hernandez facing Landon here, and Landon throws the pitch just a little bit inside. Landon Roop, that is. And it's a 1-0 count. So once again, I did post the schedule of what our streaming is going to be this week. We got 2 games every day. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center. And there to make the grab for out number 3 is Gilbert. All right. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first. All right, so the Dodgers lineup tonight. Let's get to them. Let's get to that really quickly. So Shohei Ohtani struck out, and then Kyle Tucker flied out to center. Freeman walked. Teoscar Hernandez flied out to center. And those were the 4 batters that were up to bat for the Dodgers. Then they got Max Muncy batting 5th. Dalton Rushing, who's been tremendous, batting 6th. Hyesung Kim is over at short. He's batting 7th. Alex Call is out in center field. He'll be batting 8th. And batting 9th and playing over at second base is Alex Freeland for the Dodgers. The Giants lineup as they go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Willy Adames leading off. Luis Arraez batting 2nd. Matt Chapman hitting 3rd. Rafael Devers batting 4th. Casey Schmidt is batting 5th. Jung-Hoo Lee is 6th. 7th is Elliot Ramos. Batting in the 8th spot is Drew Gilbert. And so he is playing out in center field today for Harrison Bader. And batting 9th is Patrick Bailey. So, again, it's Adames, Arraez, Chapman, Devers, Schmidt, Lee, Ramos, Gilbert, and Bailey. And on the mound for the Dodgers, it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who's coming off of another tremendous outing. He went 7 2/3 in his last game against the Mets. Gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, and it was just a solo homer that he allowed. And he also struck out 7 batters. His ERA this year is at a 2.1. He's been arguably one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. 21 strikeouts on the season and just 3 walks allowed, which is just tremendous. That is unbelievable. So here we go to the bottom of the first. Adames is going to lead it off for the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are in their black and orange tops and their white bottoms. And the pitch is a curveball that's in the strike zone for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Willy Adames, who's batting .247 on the season in 22 games played with 3 homers and 6 RBI. And here's the next pitch. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's beautiful. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And that is called a ball. Surprised that they decided not to challenge. They did try to appeal. Did he go? They say no. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's a little bit down for ball 3. It is 54 degrees out in San Fran. They say it feels like it's 50. 3-1 pitch, and there's a line drive played on the hop by Hye-Sung Kim. He backhands it, throws it over the first baseman's head, and it goes into the Dodgers dugout. And so heading on over to second base is going to be Willy Adames. I mean, Hye-Sung Kim did an excellent job on the backhand, but where was that throw? If he was a quarterback, that would have been incomplete. And it just would have, I don't know, it just costed him another base too. So the Giants have a runner in scoring position. All right, here we go. Adames at second base. Can the Giants make the Dodgers pay? Here's Arise in the box. And Arise, first pitch, foul ball. Charge! They said that rain was supposed to come around 4 a.m., but it's drizzling out in San Fran. Arise batting .305 to start off the season with 6 RBI. JJ, does it look like it's been raining in San Fran? That's the city. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Base it out to left field. Adames rounding third. He's being waved home. The Giants, they strike first and take themselves. Oh, wait, did he stop over at third? I thought that he was going to come on home. That is going to put runners over at first and third. My mistake. Arise singles for the Giants. They have 2 base runners on. It looked like he was coming home, and then he got the stop signs waved. My mistake, but runners are over at first and third. I don't know what he was doing there. He would not have been able to score, though. I guess it was smart that they held him up. Matt Chapman is up. Runners at the corners. Yamamoto on the bump. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Chapman this year with runners in scoring position, batting .524. Unbelievable. He's been a clutch hitter for them. Yamamoto kicks, deals, and the pitch is inside for a ball. Damn. I thought Adames was going to come on home there. I don't know. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yamamoto gets set at the letters and fires, and the pitch is down and away for ball 2. All right, come on. Runners over at first and third. Apparently, Bobby Witt Jr. just put the Royals in front with a sac fly in that Kansas City game. The sunshine is out. The 2-1 to Chapman. Outside for ball 3. So Hyason Kim made a mistake over at short. That sent Adames over to second. It was an E6, and he got aboard with 2 bags on a terrible throw that went into the Dodgers bench. And then Arise just singled out to left. The 3-1 to Chapman, and he fouls it off. And the count is 3-2. The Dodgers defense, as far as tonight goes for them, Dalton Rushing is catching. On the bump, it's Yamamoto. And in the infield, you got Freeland at second, Muncy at third. Over at shortstop, it's Kim. And at first, it's Freeman. And then the outfield, it's Teoscar out in left. In center, you got Alex Call. And Kyle Tucker is playing out in right. The 3-2 pitch to Chapman. Down low for ball 4. Bases loaded for the Giants. Devers is going to come on up with the bases juiced. With nobody out in the bottom of the first against the Dodgers. All right, here is Rafael Devers. Yamamoto gets set at the letters, gets the signs, and deals. Swing and a miss. Devers was looking to fish for the fences. Raffy with 2 homers and 8 RBI. Boy, would a salami be nice. The 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit out to right field. Coming on home is Adames. And right behind him and stopping over at third is Arise. It's a 1-0 Giants lead. Devers smoked that thing. And I thought maybe Freeland had a chance to catch it. But he wasn't able to do so. By the way, Bryce Harper just hit a 2-run homer. We have a timeout taken here as Mark Pryor wants to go talk things over with Yamamoto. Great stuff. Good stuff. 1-0 Giants in the bottom of the first. They're still talking to Yamamoto. Now, I wonder, because he has a translator, I wonder if he gets more time because of that. I never even thought about that. For once, I think Devers was not swinging for a home run. Yeah, he was swinging for a home run on the first pitch. The second one, he just wanted to just drill it out over to center, so that was nice. Arise at third, Chapman at second, Devers over at first, bases loaded, 1-0 San Fran. Schmidt is in the box, facing Yamamoto, and the first pitch to Schmidt, and he lines it foul towards the right side. All right, let's change the view here. Sorry about that. We'll do the batter view. That'll be better. Here we go. No balls, 1 strike to Casey Schmidt. And the 0-1 pitch, there's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards medium depth left center field. Call makes the catch, collides with Teoscar, though, and tagging up from third, coming in to scores Arise, and the runner from second goes over to third as well. That was a scary collision out in left center, but the Giants get another run. Call and Hernandez collided with each other. And thank goodness they're okay. Hernandez also almost got tangled up while Call was on the ground. He almost tripped over Call's glove. All right, there we go. 2-0 Giants. Call is getting checked out in center field by the Dodgers training staff just to make sure he's okay. He's standing up. He doesn't have his glove on. But they're just having a conversation. I am also shocked that Chapman tagged up from second and was able to go over to third. That was a really good heads-up play by him. As soon as the collision happened, he was like, all right, I'm going to go. I'm taking the chance here, and it worked out very well. So they could also get another sac fly here and get themselves a 3-0 lead. So that was a really big play by Chapman. Got to give him credit for that. 2-0, bottom of the first. And now it's Jung-Hoo Lee's turn to come on up to the plate. Lee just batting .244 on the season. Yamamoto with one out in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Giants. Runners at the corners. The pitch. Line drive. There's a base hit out to right field. And it's a 3-0 Giants lead. That'll raise his batting average. Devers stops at second. The Giants able to put up 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Lee got a hanger and just took advantage of it and pulled it out to right center. Kyle Tucker made a sliding stop. And the Giants have been able to get out their runs early so far. One out, bottom of the first. Ramos in the box, and he takes the pitch inside for ball 1. Let's go. 1 ball, no strikes to Heliot Ramos. Yamamoto, not off to a good start at all. It's his worst start of the season. The 1-0, and that's inside for ball 2. That error by Hye-Sung Kim really got them off on the wrong foot. And the Giants have just been able to pound the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-0 pitch, it's down again for ball 3. He has not been able to locate that zone. Let's go. Charge! 3 balls, no strikes. Ramos gets the red lights and stares at the fastball that's in the zone for strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike to Heliot Ramos. The 3-1 pitch. And another foul ball as it goes on out of play. The umpires for tonight. You got Junior Valentine at home plate. Jordan Baker at first. Rob Drake is at second. And Stu Sherwater is at third. Yamamoto gets set and fires. And there's a fly ball hit out over to deep left field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though. Teoscar tracks it down. Makes the grab for out number 2. That was scorched off the bat. But Teoscar in the right spot at the right time. Two runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the first. So we got to see an awesome Sixers playoff game tonight. Now we're doing the Giants game. We'll be back with the Phillies tomorrow night because the Sixers had a playoff game. And Gilbert is up. And the pitch. It's taken down for a ball. What a game for the Sixers, man. I'm still shocked that they took that game. The 1-0, fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Backing up his call on the track, makes the catch. And we're going to go to the second inning. The Giants do get 3 runs, which is huge. And Muncy, Rushing, and Kim are going to come on up for the second frame. Okay, good stuff. Let's take a sip of water. So this is the first Giants-Dodgers game of the year. Wow. First time that these guys are playing each other. Yeah, that's crazy. It's wild. So the Giants get 4 hits. They get 4 total bases. They leave 2 men on base in the first. The Dodgers, all they got was a 2-out walk from Freddie Freeman, and they stranded him over at first base, and we'll see how Landon Roop is going to do in this second inning of work. Final score predictions. We didn't get to talk about it, but I would like to know what your final score predictions are for tonight. Again, do not take me at my word, but if you were to ask me what my final score prediction is, I'm going to go 6-4 Giants tonight. I will say 6-4 Giants. I said coming on into the series, too, that I actually think that the Giants could take 2 out of 3. And I still really feel that way. I think that what would happen if they take 2 out of 3 is they win tonight, lose tomorrow, but then win on Thursday, and take 2 out of 3 that way. But yeah, so much sweet contact. Yeah, they're hitting the ball very well, and they're taking advantage of some really bad pitching from Yamamoto. It has not been good pitching. Here's Max Muncy in the box, and Muncy takes the first pitch in there for a strike. All right, we're going to do it from this angle. Max Muncy had himself a multi-homer game last night. He's been able to hit a lot of those throughout his career. The 0-1. That's going to be in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch to foul ball. Hit over towards the right side. The ball's 2 strikes. 0-2 to Muncy. Swing and a miss. He is down on strikes. Roop able to rattle him home. And there's 1 away in the top of the second. There is $100 to rent a kayak at the Cove. Damn. At the Cove. Why do I say Cove? I don't know why I do that. The Cove. No balls. 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2 to Dalton Rushing. The Mets just lost another game. Another one. Crazy. Manny Pancho, what's going on, man? 0-2 pitch, just a bit high. One, 2. Outside for ball 2. So the Giants defense, by the way, you got Patrick Bailey as the catcher. Landon Roop is on the mound. At first base, it's Rafael Devers. At second, it's Luis Ariz. 2-2 pitch, grounded and backhanded by Ariz, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. It was grounded up the middle, and Ariz just got a glove down on it. Had to gather it, get it into his throwing hand, and did it in a good amount of time. Uh-oh. So now it's Hye-Sung Kim who's up to bat. Here's the first pitch to Kim. It's in there for strike 1. The Giants also have at third base Matt Chapman. So again, it's at first it's Devers. At second it's Ariz. At third it's Chapman. 0-1 pitch, and it's in there for strike 2. And at shortstop, it's Willy Adames. Out in left field, it's Elliot Ramos. Gilbert is out in center. And in right field, you got Lee. 0-2 pitch, line drive, base it out over to center field, and the ball nearly got by Gilbert. Couldn't find it for a second as he played it on a hop, and so there's a 2-out single. It's Drew Gilbert out in center, and Jung-Hoo Lee, of course, in right field. And the DH for the Giants tonight is Casey Schmidt. Here's Alex Call. First pitch is inside for a ball at 93 miles per hour. We didn't really get to talk about Landon's year so far, but he's done a good job. Did very well in his last 2 starts. He's gone 6 innings in each of his last 2 starts. Gave up 1 hit against the Cincinnati Reds, 5 against the Orioles. Struck out 6 against the Reds, 4 against the Orioles, and just 1 earned run. 2-0 pitch. This is grounded sharply. Giants defense was aligned very well as Arise takes away a hit and throws it over to first in plenty of time for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the second. So far, so good from Landon Roop. And the Giants are going to come back on up. They shifted him perfectly there. I mean, I'll see a lot of times Bryson Stott, when you have a hitter up like that, just not in the correct spot. They read the scouting report there perfectly. Good stuff. Roop is my number 1 for the rotation. I was going to ask you, so who is your number 1? Because I feel like he has to be up there. I feel like that you have to consider him as a number 1 option with the way that he's been pitching. Because, he only had 1 bad outing this year. The only bad outing that he had was against the Mets. That was it. His stuff was just so flat against the Mets. But other than that, he's been so strong. And who else, Logan Webb really hasn't dominated so much. Robbie Ray, hasn't really been trusted. So I would say that he's number 1. I would agree too. Tyler's not had a good year. I hope Logan Webb can figure it out, though. I do. Robbie would probably be my number 2 right now. But even in the last outing against the Nationals, I know that he didn't get any sort of run support. But, didn't necessarily have the best stuff. Giants put Webb up only because of the years he has been with us. Yeah, I know. I figured that. I figured that was the case. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, folks. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss to Patrick Bailey. Yamamoto back out there for his second inning of work. He threw 26 pitches in the first inning, gave up 3 runs. Not all of them were earned. 0-1. And that is going to be taken down for a ball. Expect a different rotation by the trade deadline. Do you think that the Giants are going to try to go all in for Sandy Alcantara? 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. There's a line drive hit out over to left center field, and Teoscar's there to track it down in the alleyway to make the grab for out number 1. Hit sharply, just Teoscar was able to get on over there and make the grab. These are all the players right now with 9+ homers in the American League. Yordan Alvarez has 10. Aaron Judge has 9. And Munetaka Murakami has 9 as well. He's been off to a ridiculously good start. Adames comes on up and takes the first pitch that he sees for ball 1. Giolito, yeah. That could be an option. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That's in there for strike one. Geely is a good one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yamamoto gets the signs from Dalton rushing. And the 1-1. That's a foul ball. Adames 1 for 1 in this game. They actually gave him an infield single, even though that was an error, a bad throw from Hyason Kim. Next pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adames came on into today's game going 3 for his last 16. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that pitch was in the dirt. And Yamamoto collects his first strikeout of the game. But again, I believe Posey likes journeyman. Yep. Do you think Posey likes journeyman, or do you think that that's like more of like a Giants culture type of a thing? Just out of curiosity. Because I feel like that's also like in their DNA. Like when you just think about the Giants, just from even like the 2010s onward, like they really love those journeyman types of players. 0-1 pitch to Arise. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Backing up on the track is Tucker, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out. It's time to go to the 3rd inning. Alex Freeland will lead it off. It'll be 9-1-2 for L.A. Oh, boy. How we doing so far on the likes, chat? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We got 28 people tuning on in. 15 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. Phillies 3, Cubs 7, end of the 8th. Yeah. It's what I expected. Giants culture, yes, and Posey seems influenced by who he has played with and tries to find similar players. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Also, like, I was just going to ask this. I know that the Giants right now are 22 games into this. But just from a Giants fan perspective, how would you grade Tony's tenure so far? I know that there's still obviously over 130 games left to go. There's a lot of games left. But have you been impressed with Vitello? Have you been happy with what he's been able to do? How do you feel? Like Bader is Pence. Bader, dude, that comp is so good. It's so good on many levels. It's not just because both of those guys were Phillies players and Giants players, but also, like, the way that they play, it's so comparative because they are hard-nosed players. I actually really like that comp. Pablo is Devers, and I could see that comp too. 1 ball, no strikes. Freeland in front of the count, 2-0. In the top of the 3rd. My only issue is not having more subs in after night games for day games. That's a solid critique. 2-0 pitch. Foul ball over towards the left side. Next pitch, it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. 7 consecutive losses if they go down in the 9th inning for the Phillies. 3-1 pitch, it's in there for strike 2. So it's 3-2. We're in the top of the 3rd. Three-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Freeland is down on strikes. And so there's 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning for the Giants. That was a really good pitch. I mean, the fastball, I think Freeland thought that it was going to be a little bit more towards the center of the plate, and it certainly was not. Here's Shohei Ohtani on the first pitch. He's going to chop it foul. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss again. And so it's no balls and 2 strikes. The Guardians just posted this like 2 hours ago. I want you to listen to this. Peter Knapp. I'm going to throw that name out for a second. And you're going to be like, well, why'd you throw that name out? Who is this person? The 0-2 pitch is up high. Peter Knapp just attended his 1,000th Cleveland baseball game tonight over the last 10 seasons. 1,000 games. That's crazy. Here's the pitch to Shohei Ohtani, and that is swung on and missed. That pitch had ridiculous movement written all over it, and Ohtani swings over top of it, gets confused on the breaking pitch, and there's 2 away. That's insane. Kyle Tucker is up. And the pitch is taken for a ball. How much money do you think to go to 1,000 games? I mean, just for the Cleveland, just for one team. Like, we're not even including parking. We're not including food. Like, that's unbelievable. What's up, Haley? How you doing? See that Dodgers fan versus Giants fan? No, send that to me. Text it to me on my hotline. I would like to see that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. That's a broken bat. Foul ball. That bat shattered into 3 pieces, but yet a lot of barrel is still left on that bat. Gosh. That's crazy. Jeez. But 1,000 games, dude, that's unbelievable. 1 ball, 2 strikes as we're in the top of the 3rd with 2 away. The 1-2 pitch to Tucker. It's a little bit high. A really good pitch. But it was the right call. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roop kicks, delivers again. And that's lined and fouled towards the right side. Two and 2 is the count. Next pitch. That's another foul ball. Over towards the right side. The 2-2. Outside again for ball 3. What the heck is going on? Here's the 3-2 delivery, and that's yet another foul ball. How am I blacked out from watching the Phillies game? I'm like watching it on cable. What the heck? That's wild. 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball over towards the right side. That's ridiculous. I don't understand how it's blacked out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Tucker is in the box. Roop kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Landon Roop just throws one right past Kyle Tucker. And we're going to go to the bottom of the third. What an inning for him. Wow. If that's not a number 1 pitching performance for just 1 inning, I don't know what is. That was impressive. That was very impressive. All right, time to go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 San Francisco. That's insane that the game is not even up. It's blacked out on TV. What the heck? I've never seen that before. Man, Roop, I might need his jersey. They're trying to spare you the pain. I guess so. I mean, we're going to be back doing the Phillies tomorrow. I just really wanted to do the Sixers game tonight. I don't think anybody could blame me for that. It was a great game, though. I'm still shocked that they pulled that out. I thought that they were getting swept. I thought that they were going to get swept in this series, but I'm not telling you that they're going to win. I'm not saying that at all. But they shocked me tonight. They definitely shocked me tonight. We'll just see where it lands up. So what? The Phillies are in the top of the 9th inning. Is there anybody out? Marsh went to second on the defensive indifference. Dude, could they actually, tie it back? Wow. He popped out the short. That's the end of the game. All right, so they lost. What's that, 7 in a row now? The pitch. This is going to be popped foul over towards the right side. It's no balls and 1 strike. What's that, 7 in a row? Damn. Excellent call with the Sixers instead tonight. What a game, dude. That was so much fun. The ball is 1 strike. Yamamoto throws a strike, and it's right at the knees. It was a slider, taken at 87 miles per hour. Porter Martone and VJ Edgecombe just need to be on, the cover of a magazine with what they're doing. 0-2 pitch. Just a bit low for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Yamamoto kicks, steals again, swing and a miss. There's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and that's the 2nd strikeout for Yamamoto. That's just what makes him so filthy, because I actually thought that pitch was going to go down the center of the plate, and it just tailed inside and low. That was a really good pitch. Devers takes the first pitch inside. They try to appeal to see if he went. He did not go. So it's 1 ball and no strikes. The Phillies won a game last Monday. This is a very interesting stat from Corey Seidman. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Net misses outside and low for ball 2. They've otherwise have been held scoreless in 116 of their last 134 innings, dating back to April 4th. They've hit 165, and their slash line is 165, 245, 296 as a team over the last week. Two-one pitch on the way. Foul ball towards the right side. I mean, that is awful. 2-2 is the count to Rafael Devers. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got a fastball down the middle, and Yamamoto punches him out. And there's out number 2 in the bottom of the third. It was a really good thing that the Giants got those runs against him early on, because now he's starting to feel himself. It was so important for them to get those 3 runs. And again, I go back to Chapman tagging up from second on that sac fly. That was a big play because that was the first out, and then he goes over to third. And another sac fly could have made it 3-0, but they got a hit instead. Next pitch is grounded over to third base. The throw over to first is in plenty of time. There's out number 3. So, we go to the 4th. It is a 3-0 game. Joe Davis and Bryce Harper in a commercial for MLB 9 innings rivals. Interesting. Huh. That's cool. That's pretty sick. I laughed so hard I can't cry. Crazy. That's unbelievable. The Bruins won. Crazy. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football as well. We will also, of course, have a little watch party after the Phillies game on Saturday and watch the rest of that Flyers game, because we cannot miss that. Tomorrow, I was going to do the Flyers game. I was thinking about doing it, but I wanted to do the Phillies game tomorrow because we have a P.O. box opening that we have to do. We got a couple of gifts from the P.O. box, and I do want to obviously bring the Philly Freaks back, but we will be keeping our eye on the Flyers game for sure. Absolutely. That's going to be on the second TV. We'll be reacting to that as we, of course, call the Phillies game. So it'll be nice. It'll be cool. But yeah, I'm excited about that too. We have a doubleheader every day this week. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freddie Freeman is up to bat. The 1-1 to Freeman. Inside for ball 2. We need a manager who won't coddle these guys or mince words after games. Someone Tortorella-esque. The 2-1, and that's down for ball 3. I understand your point, but I don't want it to be too extreme, because Tortorella was super extreme with just, putting guys like on the bench like all the time, and it got like way out of hand for the Flyers. Like, the 3-1 pitch is inside for ball 4. Like, sometimes he would just sit Michkov for, like, no reason. Like, it got to that point. And it got super annoying. One ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 on the way. And that misses down for ball 2. JJ, it could be worse. We could be Mets fans. Of course it could always be worse. But it's bad. 2-0. It's in there for a strike. It is bad. But it always could be worse. Thank God we have the Flyers. The 2-1. That misses down for ball 3. And honestly, thank goodness for the Sixers win tonight, because that definitely does make a lot of people feel better. 3-1 pitch. This is grounded over towards the second baseman. The throw over to shortstop. There's one. That's all that they're going to get. Freeman does get helped up by Adames. Look at him doing that. That was nice. I like that. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Other scores around Major League Baseball of games that are going on right now. You got the Padres up 1-0 against the Rockies. That game's in the top of the 8th. The Angels and the Blue Jays are scoreless in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Muncy. It's taken for strike 1. The ball is 1 strike. Maikel Garcia just won the game for the Royals. That's cool. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th with 1 out. Here's the 1-1. And that is low for ball 2. The Giants, taking a look at the NL West standings. They are 7 games in back of the Dodgers. They are 6 behind San Diego. And they are 4 behind Arizona. The 2-1. That's outside and away for ball 3. If the Padres win tonight, and if the Giants beat the Dodgers, San Diego, and I know that this is just the 23rd game of the season, San Diego would be tied for first in the NL West. Next pitch is up high for ball 4, and, well, there's runners over at first and second, and the Dodgers have 2 base runners on for them. All right, here we go. So Roop is in a pickle. That walk there was not good. Charge! The Royals just snapped their losing streak. And they were able to score on a wild pitch. Here comes Dalton rushing, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the 2nd. Blue batting gloves for Dalton, hitting on the left side. And he takes the first pitch up high and away for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Just saw that Jeff McNeil homered. Got his first one of the season and made it 2-1 Athletics in the top of the 4th. The White Sox are pounding the Diamondbacks 7-0. 1-1 pitch. Misses outside and low for ball 2. Murakami, Vargas, and Montgomery have gone 5 for 5 in that game. Each of them have scored 2 runs, and each of them have homered. against Arizona. 3 balls, 1 strike. In the top of the 4th, the tying run is up for the Dodgers, and that's Dalton Rushing. The 3-1 delivery, and that is called a strike. Rushing is going to tap his helmet and decides to challenge. This is a big call here. That was close. And that is a ball. That is a ball by less than 1/10 of an inch. And that's going to load the bases. Roop just not able to get the call there. And he was just off. I mean, literally, if that ball is just a little bit more to the left, that's a strike. It's a game of milli-inches. Hernandez at third. Muncy at second. And the bases are loaded for Hye-Sung Kim, who takes ball 1. After Dalton Rushing just walked. The 1-0 pitch up high for ball 2. A piece of paper can't fit through that .1 gap. It's a fault in the system. The 2-0 way outside for ball 3. I really like their new uniforms. I really do. And the SF logo on the hat. It's awesome. 3 balls, no strikes, nowhere to put Kim. The next pitch in there for strike 1. Kim had that huge mistake earlier in the game where he just overthrew the ball to first base to try to get Willy Adames out. And that led to a 3-run first inning for the Giants. Clouds are in the sky. The 3-1 offering, foul ball. The Trailblazers won and beat the Spurs, who were without Victor Wembanyama. 3-2 on the way, another foul ball. And we'll do it again. The 3-2 delivery, here it comes, and that's another foul ball. And Hye-Sung Kim working up the pitch count. Roop has 81 pitches. Curveball, sinker, 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 four-seamer, sinker has been the pitch sequence so far. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That's outside for ball 4. And so the Dodgers are on the board, and they get themselves a run. So it is a 3-1 game. They will provide a challenge here, the Giants. That was a ball. Bailey tapped his helmet, or his mask, I should say. That was off by 2.3 inches. And so it's a 3-1 game. Teoscar scores. And we're going to have a timeout here on the mound. Is Vitello going to make a move? There's a timeout here on the mound with 1 out. Ryan Baruki is warming up now in the Giants bullpen. Damn. Sam says, I'm just kind of annoyed that we lost Bader because he was a good asset to the team. He was. He was a great asset, man. He was a great asset. I definitely agree with that. 1 out, top of the 4th. And the pitch to call that misses inside for a ball. Oh, boy. The Dodgers only have 1 hit. 1-0 pitch, and that's off the plate again for ball 2. The Phillies and the Mets are dueling it out for the most unimpressive start. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. It catches the outside corner at the knees for strike one. Two-one offering. There's a chopper hit over to third. The throw to second. There's one. The throw to first. That's in time. Roop gets out of the jam. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. That was huge. That could have been an absolute disaster. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. Jung-Hoo Lee is going to lead it off. And with that, we're going to take a very quick step off. We're going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. There we go. All right. We need 21 more subscribers to help us get to 9,650 subs. Thank you all again so much for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We called an incredible 76ers game earlier tonight, and now we are doing the Giants-Dodgers game. The rest of the schedule is as follows for the rest of the week. It's also posted on my YouTube channel page. It's on my community tab. I will make sure that I copy that right now so that way you guys can see it and share it with you. But here is the schedule. Tomorrow we got Rays versus Reds at 1:10, and then we got Phillies and Cubs at 7:40. On Thursday we got Phillies and Cubs at 2:20. Then we got Rangers and Pirates at 8:05. And that's all I'm going to say. Jung-Hoo Lee is up to bat. First pitch coming on up against Yamamoto. And it's taken way up high for a ball. Here is the community post. For those of you who want to check out my schedule. The 1-0 pitch to Lee. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards left center field. Call is there. Makes the grab for the first out of the inning. What is this? The Lightning are in overtime. Wow. I'll have to watch the highlights for that game. Here's the pitch on the way to Ramos. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. On the run, though, is Call, and he calls off the right fielder to make the grab for the second out of the inning. Yep, there's the post right there. Victor Wembanyama just got diagnosed with a concussion. And he's going to have further testing done, according to Shams, on Wednesday. That sucks. It could be worse, but damn. That's a big loss if he were to miss significant time. Gilbert is up to bat. And so the first pitch is in there for a strike. It's good to see you on here, mate. Happy that you're here. 0-1, swing and a miss to Drew Gilbert. And so the count is 0-2. I missed you guys, man. I missed you guys. I had so much fun in the Bahamas, but I missed you. 0-2 pitch. It's way up high and way outside for ball one. The 1-2 pitch. Low for ball two. Yamamoto kicks, fires, swing and a miss. And so we're going to go to the fifth inning. All right, Freeland, Ohtani, and Tucker are going to come on up for the Dodgers. That's crazy. All right, who's on right now? Who is on? Max is on. Let's do this really quickly. All right, I'm gonna take a very quick step off. Let's go say hi to Max Coverage TV. No worries, man. You're good. All right, I'll be right back. There's his link down below. Let's go say hi to Max. I will see you over there and back here very, very soon. Here is Alex Freeland up to bat. It's 1 ball, no strikes to him. And the pitch inside for ball two. To make it a 2-0 count. Giants lead it 3-1 against the LA Dodgers. First game that they've played in all season long against each other. It's the 2-0. That's way outside for ball three. 3-0 delivery. It's in there for a strike. I'd be shocked if Roop is able to get out of this inning. I don't think that he's going to stay out there for much longer. He has 90 pitches. 3-1 pitch is in there for a strike at 92 miles per hour. Ohtani is up next. 3-2 is the count to Landon Roop. Payoff pitch, and it's high, but it's called strike three, and Freeland is not going to challenge it. That was a late strike three call. It was not a strike, but the Giants will certainly take that. That was a gift. Oh, my gosh. That's funny. Here's Shohei Ohtani, and the pitch is down for a ball. Wow. That was not a strike. And that was called a strike like 5 seconds later. 1-0 delivery, and it's in there for a strike to shohei ohtani. That's like one of the latest calls I've ever seen. 1-1. Swing and a miss to shohei ohtani. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes in the top of the 5th with 1 gone. Ohtani in the box. The 1-2 pitch. Down for ball 2. Two on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Lee is there to track it down and make the grab for the second out of the inning. Breaking balls are Ohtani's weakness, huh? I guess so. It's time for On This Day in Major League Baseball. Today is April 21st, as Kyle Tucker is in the box. Roop gets the signs, and the pitch to Tucker is called a strike. It's a curveball at the knees. I said that I'd be shocked if Roop gets out of this inning, but he could actually get out of this. The 0-1 outside for a ball. Today marks Ty Cobb. Today was Ty Cobb's Major League debut for Augusta. It was professional debut for Augusta. 2 balls, 1 strike. He had a double and a homer in what was an 8-7 loss against Columbus. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 102 pitches for Landon Roop. Tucker's 0 for 2 today. The 2-2 delivery, check swing, foul ball. In 1910, the new league park opens in Cleveland. It had a capacity of 21,000 people. 18,832 watched Detroit and Ed Willett beat the Naps 5-0. Another foul ball, by the way. In 1982, the Braves beat the Reds for their 13th straight victory in a row. 2-2 pitch. That's down for ball 3. And in 1991 was the greatest extra inning comeback in Major League history at the time, as the 3-2 pitch is in there for a cold strike 3 at the knees. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Landon Roop just did an excellent job providing a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. The Giants are going to come on up as they lead it 3-1 against the Dodgers. So in 1991, it was the greatest extra inning comeback in Major League history at the time. Pittsburgh scores 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to erase what was a 5-run deficit that they had against Chicago, and built in the top of the inning on Andre Dawson's grand slam. Pittsburgh rallied earlier from a 7-2 deficit to tie the game in the 9th. And so the final score of that game was 13-12. Pittsburgh won. Imagine Andre Dawson hits a grand slam to put Chicago up by 5 in extra innings. And then it just gets erased. No ghost runner. Nothing like that. It's crazy, man. What's up, BW? How you doing, my friend? How are you, my guy? Good to see you on here. JJ, my stream cut short by downed internet tonight. Oh, man. Did you have to beta test? Good to see you on here, my friend. Mods, drop his link down below. Please make sure that you guys do that. Today's birthdays. Whose birthday is it today in Major League Baseball? You know, I wish that this site... I don't think that they do it, though. Never mind. They don't. Weird. In 1968, also on this day, Roberto Clemente comes within a hair's breadth of hitting inside the park homers in consecutive innings against the Giants at Forbes Field. 1-1. And misses down for ball 2. His third inning triple landed on top of the batting cage at the 457-foot sign on the center field wall. A tremendous blast. Clemente said he didn't turn on the gas because he was the leadoff hitter. With nobody out, I didn't want to take a chance, he added. Les Biederman, the Sporting News, on the fourth inning hit by Roberto. He hit a single to right center off of Lindy McDaniel. But as Ty Klein set himself, the ball took a big bounce over his head and rolled to the wall. Clemente circled the bases, quote-unquote, standing up. I don't know why that's in quotes, but that's pretty interesting. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bailey's in the box. The 3-2 pitch, and that's down low for ball 4. Let's go. It's now nighttime in San Francisco. Sunset is done. Charge! So we're in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 3-1 Giants lead. And they'll bring up the top of the order again. Yamamoto kicks, deals, swing and a miss. Count is 0-1 to Willianamas. Whoop, there it is. I love that. That's beautiful. 0-1, down for a ball. The 1-1, foul ball. Yamamoto is 0-1 against the Giants. He has struck out 34 Giants batters in 29 2/3 of an inning. But he's given up 10 earned runs against them. Coming on into tonight, 1-2. That's taken down for ball 2. Two-two pitch, up high and inside for ball 3. The Dodgers have actually won 13 of their last 20 games against the Giants. And they've won 5 of their last 6. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Adames. Yamamoto kicks, steals, and Adames pops this one up over towards the first base side. Freeman gets under it, and he will make the grab for the second out. Or actually, yeah, just get the out right there. That was the first out of the inning. Just got it. So there's one gone. You still here, BW? If you are, cheers. If you aren't, cheers. The pitch, up high for a ball. You know, thanks to you, I've started to say cheers more. It's nice. It's like a greeting, you know, a hello. It's a goodbye. I like it. It's positive. 1-0 on the way. Line drive leaping catch by Hye-Sung Kim. That was a bullet. And there's out number 2. 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Two away. Yamamoto gets set at the letters. He kicks, deals, and it's grounded over to shortstop. The flip over the second. There's one, and that's going to end the 5th inning. It's time to go to the 6th. It's a 3-1 Giants lead against the Dodgers. Freeman will lead it off for LA once they come back up to bat. Time for us to take some more looks at the out-of-town scores in Major League Baseball. Cincinnati today put up 12 runs against Steven Matz and the Tampa Bay Rays. 12-6 was the final score. The Brewers also put up 12 runs against the Tigers. Kiter Montero got the loss, and also Grant Anderson got the win. Final score was 12-4 Milwaukee. The Cardinals, they won by 2 today against the Marlins. 5-3 was the final score. The Braves got crushed by Griffin and the Nationals, 11-4. The Yankees shut out the Red Sox. Heel got the win, and it was a 4-0 game. Red Sox only got 4 hits. The Cubs beat the Phillies 7-4. The Pirates lost 5-1 to the Rangers. The Padres shut out the Rockies 1-0. The A's and the Mariners are tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. The White Sox are winning against the Diamondbacks 8-1. That's also going to the bottom of the 5th. The Giants and the Dodgers are in the top of the 6th right now. It is a 3-1 Giants lead. In other final scores, we got the Orioles losing 6-5 to the Royals. The Mets, they lost to the Twins 5-3. The Astros also lost to the Guardians 8-5. So a lot of high-scoring games today. A good amount of scoring. So, good stuff. Good stuff today. Ryan Barucki is going to pitch. He has a 6.75 ERA in 8 games this year, 7 punch-outs, 2 homers allowed. And Freddie Freeman is up, and he swings and misses at pitch number 1. Cal Raleigh just had his 4th homer of the year in the Seattle game. 0-1 pitch, grounder over to the right side. Arise plays it on a hop in the hole and throws it over to first and gets the first out that way. That was a nice play. That was not so easy. pitch. It's in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. Ground ball over towards the third base line, and that's going to go under the glove of the third baseman, Chapman. Ramos has to go over to the ball, and there is a 1-out double. Tough play for Chapman. The tying run is going to come on up to the plate. That pitch was actually low. They played him a little bit off the line. I don't know why he was shifted that way, but Chapman had went underneath his glove. He tried to make a sliding stop. And Max Muncy is going to bat again for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in the 4th inning. He's the tying run for L.A. And he looks at a slider that's off the plate for ball 1. I want you guys to listen to this. The Dodgers that was just their second hit. That was just their second hit of the day. Here's the 1-0. And that is taken for a called strike. The Dodgers are 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. And they've left 4 men on base. 2 balls, 1 strike to Max Muncy. And here's Barucki on the mound. Gets set and deals. Swing and a miss. Muncy in his career against Barucki is 0 for 1 against him. Dodgers hitters are lifetime 1 for 15 against Barucki with 5 strikeouts. The 2-2 pitch. That's 6 strikeouts, and there's out number 2. 6 strikeouts against Dodgers hitters for Barucki. That's his first strikeout of the game. So 2 away, top of the 6th. The pitch, and there's a pop-up out over towards left center field, and getting underneath it to make the catch for out number 3, and sealing it right there is Drew Gilbert. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 3-1 game. Giants lead it by 2. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. We need some juice. We got a quiet bunch tonight. Obviously, there's other people that are streaming the game, but thank you so much for being on here. It means a lot. I know that we got NBA playoffs, we got NHL playoffs as well. But if you're riding with us, you're the man. You really are. You're the woman as well. We like to include everybody on here. I'm so excited for Athletes Unlimited softball season to begin. We're going to be covering some more of those games too. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about that. I want us to try to, I want us to try to cover some more of those games too. Because they're fun to watch. They really are. Barucki, thank you. Did good. He did very good there. Ooh, man. I still can't believe that they won. I'm still wrapping my head as to how the heck they won that game in Boston. I don't get it. Like, it made no sense. No sense at all. Tim Healy just posted, in the 4th inning, the Red Sox went down on 7 pitches in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Cal Raleigh, who we talked about before, just hit a home run. He is now homered in back-to-back games. Starting to heat up, that's for sure. 1 ball, no strikes to Rafael Devers. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Devers. That's low for ball 2. So tomorrow we got some afternoon baseball. That'll be fun. And then we got evening baseball. And Thursday's the same thing. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Chat, how are we feeling about the NFL draft? For those of us that are interested in it. This is a question that I obviously will bring up tomorrow, too. 2-1 pitch. And this is flied out over towards shallow center. And Kim gets under it, makes the grab, and there's one gone in the bottom of the 6th. Good stuff. Can Murakami do it again? 5-game home run streak. Would be unbelievable. The pitch. It's a foul ball. If he does it tomorrow, according to Sarah Langs, a 5-game homer streak would tie the longest by an MLB rookie, done 12 times, including once by a White Sox rookie, and that was Ron Kittle in 1983. The ball's 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. It would also tie the White Sox franchise record for longest streak, done 7 times by 6 players. She is incredible, man. 0-2 pitch. It's down for a ball. That was a splitter. One, 2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to be caught by Teoscar for out number 2. This is hilarious. Listen to this. I thought maybe that was going to go too. Minnesota Twins just posted this 1 hour ago. Things you can get in a dozen. Eggs, roses, and Mets losses. It is pouring now in San Francisco. No balls, 1 strike. Fans are already filing for seeking shelter. It's no balls, 1 strike to Jung-Hoo Lee. There's the 0-1. That misses down for a ball. If this happens to go into a rain delay, we will go around other Major League Baseball games and cover them until the Giants are back on. Just wanted to throw that out there. It is downpouring now in San Fran. The 1-1. Foul ball towards the left side. Eggs, roses, and Mets losses. That's a hilarious post. Whoever is on their marketing team should get a raise, because that's hilarious. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit out over to right field. And Jung-Hoo Lee gets on with a 2-out single. Yamamoto is still pitching. Excellent swing by Lee. That was awesome. Here's Elliot Ramos in the box. Yamamoto gets set and fires. And that's a strike. Taken down the middle. No balls and 1 strike to Elliot Ramos. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Now the rain has slowed down. It was picking up. It was just pouring. Now it's slowed down. 0-2 pitch to Ramos. It was a high fastball, and he got a piece of it and fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes. Yamamoto tosses it back over to first. It's not in time. He does have 84 pitches. Fans got the giant trash bags over them for this rain. 0-2 pitch on the way. They try to appeal. Did he go? The 1-2. Down and in for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. It's high for ball 3. I actually just saw this too, and I didn't realize this, chat. Vladar became the second goaltender in Flyers franchise history to register a playoff shutout against the Penguins. I didn't realize that. 3-2 pitch, line drive, base hit up the middle, and here is Lee. He's rounding third. He's coming in to score. The throw is in time, though. I don't know what he was doing, but he took a chance, and he was out at the plate. He was a dead giant. And so out number 3 provided. Excellent throw made over at second base by Freeland. Lee did get a little bit nicked up on the play. Let's see again if he got tagged on the side. He did. He definitely did. And he got tagged. He actually got tagged right on the back. And so we're going to go to the 7th inning. I don't know what he was doing there, but clearly, I don't even know why the third base coach sent him. But we're going to go to the 7th inning. I don't even know why they would send him there. Oh, boy. Andrew's here. What's up, Andrew? Let's go. We got a Dodgers and a Giants fan in the chat. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, boy. The Dodgers just have 2 hits. That was terrible. Why would Lee go home there? Why would they send Lee to go home on that play? I mean, Lee is fast, but he's not that fast. I don't know. And he wasn't even running over to second base. Before the ball was hit. Crazy. There was a rat on the field tonight at Wrigley in the Phillies Cubs game. And of course, Scott Kingery was up to bat. Yeah, there's the rat. Oh man, dude, the Phillies, the players in the dugout got scared by that rat. It didn't go into the dugout, but some of the players were on the stairwell, and it just jump scared them. Oh, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. All right, here's Matt Gage. He's going to throw for the Giants. 10 games, a 1-0 record, a 1.93 ERA. And the pitch, swing and a miss. What's up, Quan? How you doing, my friend? JJ, the Phillies are a disaster. I'm just depressed seeing the team collapse this much. I've been very lucky. The 0-2 pitch, nets down in the dirt for a ball. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. If the Phillies win tomorrow, I guess that people are going to vow for me not to miss another Phillies game ever again. Because it's going to be a very interesting thing because they haven't won ever since we've covered a full game. Even before we left, though, they lost like 3 games in a row. So, if they win tomorrow, people are going to be like, yep, you can't miss another Phillies game. Two balls, 2 strikes, as we are in the top of the 7th. The Dodgers trail 3-1 to the Giants. And the Giants got all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the 1st against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 2-2 pitch. There's a chopper hit over to third. Chapman has it, fires it across the diamond, and there's out number 1 in the 7th inning. Devers had the RBI single in the bottom of the 1st. Schmidt then hit a sac fly, and then Jung-Hoo Lee got himself an RBI single. That made it 3-0 Giants. In the 4th, a bases-loaded walk by Hye-Sung Kim got the Dodgers their first run. 1 out, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. AM's to sell the team. They're in a bad spot, man. They really are. I know. I hear you, Quan. It is sad. It's terrible. It's not fun. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball. They played him perfectly again. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time. Arias is just playing in the perfect spot every time the ball is hit to him. It's like that they just read the scouting reports and they do a really, I don't want to say read the scouting reports, but they just do an awesome job at figuring out where these hitters are going to hit the ball. Negative 45 run differential is good enough for first place in that category. The pitch is taken for a ball. Hey, Philly fans, if it makes you feel any better, actually, wait. I can't find the post anymore. I can't find it. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Taken for ball 2. We were talking the other day about Phillies scouts internationally. And Joe Doyle just posted this 9 hours ago, which I actually think is really interesting. I'll get to this in just a couple of seconds. Gage is pitching against Freeland, and the 2-2 is down for ball 3. 9 hours ago it was posted that the Phillies are signing Korean right-handed pitcher Chan-Min Park, 17, to a 7-figure deal. Park is up to 94 on his pitches and can really spin it. 3-2 pitch, nets down for ball 4. He's got 4 pitches and a polished operation of pitches. The fastball, the slider, the curveball, the changeup, and the splitter. They used the $500,000 for Griff McGarry to help get it done. And Phillies Tailgate posted after that and replied to the tweet, and they said, huge. I didn't know the Phillies were connected to him, but they had the funds to make a big signing. This is the second international free agent the Phillies have signed out of Asia in the last 6 months. Crazy. We have a pitching change. Vitello's going to go out there, and we're going to have a new Giants pitcher coming on in. It'll be Eric Miller. Miller will face Shohei Ohtani, who is going to be the tying run to come on up to the plates. Wheeler is set to return, so hopefully he can spark something. I hope so too. Yeah, I don't know about this, D. I don't know about this. I mean, Ohtani in his career against Eric Miller is 1 for 6. He has struck out 5 times against Eric Miller. But he's also Shohei Ohtani. Hit it. It's about to get interesting. Yeah. Who wins this at bat, Miller or Ohtani? Let me know. Who wins this at bat, Miller or Ohtani? Let me know down below. I don't know. Eric Miller, 8 games this year, a 5.14 ERA, 7 innings, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .250 against him. Hasn't had the best season. The first pitch, outside for ball 1. That was at 97 miles per hour. Shohei is 0 for 3. The 1-0 pitch, outside for ball 2. There's the 2-0 delivery, and that misses again, outside for ball 3. Ohtani is in the batter's box. Miller gets set, kicks, deals, and it's called a strike. He got it on the outside corner at 97 miles per hour. Three balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. The 3-1 pitch to Ohtani. It's called strike 2. Ohtani wants to challenge. I think it got the outside corner. Pitch track says that it did. What does ABS have to say? It is a strike. And Ohtani says, damn. It's 3-2. You could not have thrown a better pitch right there to Shohei Ohtani. But now you got to be careful. Each team has 1 ABS challenge left. The 3-2 pitch to Ohtani. This is grounded over to the shortstop, Adames. He fires it over to first, and Ohtani beats out the throw. It's an infield single by Shohei Ohtani. Vitello says, hold up a second, decides not to challenge, and there's 2 away still, but now there's 2 runners on. Ohtani was able to win the battle with his legs, and he was able to leg out an infield single. Dude, he is just so fast. Everyone talks about his power. They do not talk about his speed enough. And now it's Kyle Tucker who is due up. And Tucker on the first pitch, they try to appeal to see if he went. He did not. It was a good pitch, too. Unfortunately, he's just that fast. Tucker 0 for 3. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That's down in the way for ball 2. Kyle Tucker has only faced Eric Miller once, and he got an RBI single off of him. The tying runs at first. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 97 miles per hour. Two balls, one strike. The 2-1 pitch. Foul ball towards the right side. And by the way, that infield single just helped Shohei Ohtani extend his on-base streak to 53 games. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Giants lead it by 2 against the Dodgers and go to the bottom of the 7th. Great pitching. It's been a good game if you like low scoring. Right, Haley? When you said that the other day, I could not stop laughing. If you like low scoring. That had me dying of laughter. Oh, so funny. It just makes me think about that. Cheers. L'chaim. Crazy. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. I think I had a little piece of hair in me. Oh, man. In my mouth. Oh, man. That always bothers me. You ever get, like, a piece of hair, like, in your food? Ugh. It bothers me. I was having pasta the other day, and I had, like, a very long string of hair in the pasta. I don't think it wasn't from anyone, like, in the family, though. It was literally just, I saw it, like, in the box. I actually took it out, like, as we were making the pasta. I probably should have said that. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Tomorrow we got an early afternoon game at 1:10. And then we got the Phillies at 7:40 tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys will be able to join us for both games. We're doing a doubleheader every day this week. We're trying to just do 2 streams a day. Bottom of the 7th. And Gilbert is going to come on up facing Yamamoto here. Miguel Rojas is now in at shortstop for the Dodgers. I'm surprised at this outcome so far. They got the runs early. They really did their job getting their runs early against Yamamoto, and the pitching has been stellar for the Giants. The pitch. It's down for a ball. How you beat the Dodgers, in my opinion, is you take advantage early on, and then you just try to shut down their offense as much as possible. You have to outpitch them. That's the way that I look at it. And if they give you mistakes, you pound on them for it. And the Giants did that. Hye-Sung Kim made a terrible mistake. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside at the knees for strike 2. Hit the inside corner. Sorry about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's still raining out in San Fran. Yamamoto gets the signs. And the next one is low for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, just his 5th strikeout of the ball game, but that was a beautifully placed pitched at 95 for out number 1. Seems like the Giants fans have been filing back on into their seats. They've been continuing to do so. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball is 1 strike. Yamamoto kicks and delivers again. And the 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Bailey is batting on the left side. He has his orange Giant sleeve on. He waves the bat around. And the 0-2 from Yamamoto, low for a ball. Tanner Scott is warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Yamamoto gets the signs, winds up, and fires. And it's outside for ball 2. He has 97 pitches, Yamamoto. Didn't see any action so far for the Dodgers. Doesn't mean that no one's warming up. They just haven't showed it on the cast. 2-2 on the way. Another strike 3 called at the knees, and Yamamoto gets back-to-back strikeouts. That time it was a backwards K. Bailey down looking on strikes. And we flip the lineup card back to the top of the order, and Willy Adames is up once again for San Fran. Yamamoto gets the signs, and the first pitch to Adames is fouled away. It was a heater down the middle. Tyrese Maxey tonight said that the Sixers showed maturity. They showed a lot against the Boston Celtics on the road. Maxey says the rookie VJ Edgecombe showed maturity, kept shooting, taking what the defense gave him, and Maxey and Edgecombe combined to score 59 points. That was posted from John Clark, by the way. The ball's 2 strikes. Yamamoto comes set and delivers again and strikes out the side. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 101 pitches, and he's able to go 7 innings. We go to the 8th. The Dodgers down by 2. The Giants lead it 3-1. And we'll be back in just a few moments. Here we go. All right, and we start off the top of the 8th inning. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. And the next pitch, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 3D Adamas hop. Dude, that's hilarious. I'll have to go back and watch it. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be taken for ball 3. Miller does have 15 pitches. Freddie Freeman 0 for 1. 3-1 pitch. This is grounded up the middle. Shortstop has it and fires it over to first. And there's out number 1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We are about 370 subscribers away from getting to 10,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable. It's so impressive. Teoscar Hernandez is up. He doubled in the 6th, and he also scored a run as well. And he looks at the first pitch, which is way inside for ball 1. In case you are wondering, the Rockets are down by 3 to the Lakers at halftime. It's 54-51. The pitch. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. I do have to know how the Golden Knights game is going. It is 2-2. They're going into the 3rd period. 2-1. This is inside for ball 3. And the Kings and the Avalanche are in the 2nd period. No score there. The 3-1 delivery inside for ball 4. And the Dodgers will send the tying run up to the plate right now. the way, they're showing Jung-Hoo Lee the replay of him being out at the plate and swiped on the back. Max Muncy is up, and he takes a ball. Lefty versus lefty, power versus power. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at 96 miles per hour. Gilmer, what's up, Gilmer? Shout out to Gilmer. Shout out to you, man. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the 1-1 delivery. And it's taken for strike 2 at the knees. Trader, thanks so much for doing double duty. Just got home from a 16-hour day as an election officer. Good to hear you call for a few before crashing. Dude, hopefully everything went well today. That's a long day. 1-2 pitch. And that's a cold strike 3, but Muncy will challenge. Is that a strike? Pitch Track said it was. And that is a ball, according to ABS. Wow. Less than 1/10 of an inch. That's the second time that that's happened tonight for the Dodgers. The 2-2 pitch to Muncy, and he chops it over towards the right side. Second baseman has it, throws it over to first. Muncy is out by half a step. And there's out number 2, Virginia special election. Wow. Oh, dude. Thanks so much for being on here. I appreciate you. Virginia special election. Wow, that's unbelievable. An election officer. Wow. It's so cool when I get to listen to, when I get to see like what you guys do. You know, and I know that some of you guys, you know, don't like to reveal like what you do, and that's understandable, but I always love learning about people, and I like learning about what people do for a living and, you know, where they're tuning on in from. It's just, it's nice to be able to build that conversation. We do have a pitch and change, by the way. We do. And so we have a timeout in the action. Oh, man. Yo, JJ, want to come over soon and play the show 26. What's up, Justin? How you doing, man? Justin's my guy. Oh, man. Dude, I would love to. I just, we'd have to figure something out, my guy. Good to see you on here, as always. Hopefully all is well, dude. Hit me up. Reach out to me. Reach out to me anytime, man. It's always good to see you. The .1 is suspicious. I love how, and this might be bad timing, Giants fans, I'm sorry, but I love how Pitch Tracks sometimes calls things a strike, but ABS says other words. You know, because we could be looking at something, and most of the time, probably Pitch Tracks and ABS are on the same page. But sometimes it's so interesting to me how, like, it's not 100% ABS, you know? So you can get calls that go the other way. And we can say, well, Pitch Tracks isn't always reliable. ABS is a different strike zone. So, the election working is voluntary and typically led a precinct 2 to 4 times a year. I figured that it was, but still, like, I love hearing about, like, what you guys do or just community work or volunteering, you know, jobs. It's all cool to me. It really is. How long have you been doing that, if you don't mind me asking? The pitch. Foul ball towards the left side. This is Will Smith coming on in to bat for Dalton Rushing. .1 is suspicious. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 is a splitter that is off the plate for a ball. Jeff Hoffman is trying to close the deal for the Blue Jays, and the winning run is up for the Angels with 1 out and bases loaded. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. And that's in there for strike 2. All it takes is a playoff or World Series game for a .1 call to be reevaluated. That's going to be very interesting come playoff time. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He struck him out. We go to the 8th. The bottom of the 8th. That was incredible pitching. And Arise will lead it off for the Giants. Keaton Wynn comes in as one job to do. Just one job. And his job is to strike out Will Smith. And he did it. Crazy. Prepare for a .1 controversy. It's funny, man. Started in May 2020. I knew most election officers were retired, and being in 60s, 70s was way more dangerous. So I jumped in, someone to help during such a god-awful time of our lives. Dude, that's I give you credit for that, you know? I give you a lot of credit for that. That's not an easy thing. And to come on in during a pandemic, gosh, crazy. That's unbelievable. Oh, man. The Angels just scored a run off of Jeff Hoffman. Gosh, what just happened? Did Moncada single? He did. Oh, my gosh. Jeff Hoffman might blow a save. He might blow it. The Angels are 11-13. I did not expect the Angels to win 11 games at this point of the season. I actually expected them to be one of the worst teams in baseball. And the Blue Jays are 9-13. They haven't played really well. Bottom of the 8th. Here is a rise. And the first pitch from Tanner Scott is a foul ball. It was really a fastball that was fouled off by Luis Arise. Proper English. Tanner Scott, 10 games, a 1.04 ERA, in 8 2/3 of an inning. Here's the 0-1. And that misses way up high for a ball. Will Smith is now in the catch for the Dodgers. Came on in for Dalton Rushing. Miguel Rojas is also in as well. The pitch is grounded right on over to the second baseman Freeland, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time to get the first out of the 8th inning. At any rate, you keep doing your thing. You really are quite good at calling games. You're a true pro. I really appreciate that, my friend, and I'm really happy to see you on here. I am. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I'm really excited about tomorrow's slate of games. It's going to be cool. Chapman takes the first pitch for a called ball, but this will be challenged by Will Smith. And that is a strike. So the challenge was successful for the Dodgers. Each team still has one ABS challenge left. Scott kicks, deals, outside at 96. The 1-1 delivery. Fouled away. The Giants' the top 4 hitters, are 3 for 13 today. The Dodgers' top 4 hitters are 2 for 13. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Walker is warming up in the Giants bullpen. And if it's a save situation, he'll be used. 1-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Scott is 31 years old. Lefty versus righty, the 2-2 pitch. That's high for ball 3. Chapman has faced Tanner Scott 4 times. Technically, he's faced him 5 times because he's walked 1 time against him, but he's 1 for 4 against Tanner Scott. The 3-2 pitch. It's down and in for ball 4. And so, Rafael Devers will get a hack at it against Tanner Scott. Devers has faced him a total of 11 times and has only been successful 2 of those times. The pitch, swing and a miss. The toss back over to first. And no tag even applied by Freeman. Devers against left-handed pitching this year is hitting .297 with 1 homer and 3 RBI. 0-1, swing and a miss. He's 11 for 37 against lefties. Last year against lefties, Devers was hitting .241. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called, and he goes down looking against Tanner Scott. Damn. It was actually a late swing. They didn't show the swing on TV, but regardless, there's 2 outs. No, the TV froze, that's why. Like, blacked out for a second. All right, so it's an 0-1 count to Casey Schmidt. I couldn't see what happened. I guess he fouled off a pitch. The 0-1. Foul ball towards the left side. That's odd. Lucille loves to show up behind home plate for Devers. Shout out to Lou. He is such a great mascot. The throw back to first. And he is safe. O2 on the way, in the air, hit out over towards deep right center field. This is going to go back towards the track, but it'll be caught by Alex Call on the warning track in the alleyway, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the 9th inning. Rojas, Call, and Freeland are going to come on up for the Dodgers. It's their last chance. And so it's a 3-1 game as we go to the 9th inning. Can I be your mascot, JJ? You're a mascot on this channel. I don't have just one mascot. I got a lot. I got a lot of mascots for sure. but the mascots. That's funny. Love you, buddy. Oh, man. That's crazy. What time is it? 12:09 a.m. Man. The Blue Jays did just secure the win. Jeff Hoffman got himself a double play ground ball to end the game. Was it actually a double play ground ball? They said that he actually got out of it with a double play, so that doesn't really mean it was a double play ground ball. It could have lined into a double play, so let's see. I gotta know. All right, Shanuel did ground into a double play. It was a 4-6-3 double play, in case you're wondering. 3 more outs, JJ. 3 more to go. Let's go, man. It's been a good game. I actually have really enjoyed this one. Last chance for the Dodgers. Andy Pages is going to come on up to face Walker. Not a surprise. Dude, I enjoyed this too. I like the low-scoring games as long as there's strategy behind it. And the Giants played a very good... Both teams honestly played a good brand of baseball tonight, for the most part. Here's Ryan Walker. All right, time to lock on in. Walker facing Pages. Pitch number 1. Strike 1. Down the hatch. Thrown at 96 miles per hour. Andy this year has 21 RBI in 22 games. Sounds like the Phillies could use him. The ball is 1 strike. He's been a monster in the outfield. The 0-1 pitch, way outside for a ball. The Giants looking to try to win 4 of their last 5. The 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Walker does have a 4 ERA. Gave up an earned run in his last outing against the Nationals. The 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 calls. Got him looking. And there's out number 1. Pages still talking things over with the home plate umpire. He's like, you got to be kidding me. That's not a strike. Oh, it certainly was. It rung him up, it froze him, and he was shocked, and he has to go back to the dugouts. 1 out, top of the 9th. And it's Alex Call who's up at the plate, and he fouls off the first pitch. The Giants tacked on their runs early. They got a really good performance by Landon Roop tonight, even though he got into a little bit of trouble. He got out of a bases-loaded jam. Couldn't believe he gave up the bases-loaded walk and got out of that inning. That was big. But he settled on in. And then the bullpen for the Giants, up until this point, has done really good so far. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over to deep left field. Ramos has room, makes the catch in front of the Toyota sign. That was close. And there's the second out of the inning. Looks like the 3D app is getting better as this early season is heading towards May. Dude, it is great. And I've given the guy a shout out plenty of times. Shout out to Joey, man. He is so great. Here comes Freeland up to bat. The pitch is down for a ball. Ohtani is in the on-deck circle. The 1-0 pitch. That is called a strike at 96 miles per hour on the outside edge. Walker is getting those calls. That's helped him out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Freeland. The 1-1 pitch. There's strike 2. Another sinker at 96. That time it's at the knees. He has to paint those edges if he's going to be the closer for this Giants team. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the windup in the pitch, and that is up high for ball 2. Walker has 11 pitches. Giants looking to try to win game 1 of this series. The 2-2 on the way. Foul ball. Freeland had a very good cut there. I wonder if he's going to go high here. Maybe try to go a little bit outside. We'll see. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers down to their final strike. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. It's outside for ball 3. Bailey's going to challenge. That was a ball, according to pitch tracks. Let's see what ABS says. Pretty sure that they'll call it a ball. They will. So the Giants are out of challenges with their ABS. 1.5 inches off the plate. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Walker trying to shut the door. Freeland trying to pass the baton to Ohtani. The 3-2 pitch, here it comes. Fouled away. That was a mistake down the middle. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Walker kicks, delivers, swung on and missed. The ball game is over. The Giants are able to win 4 of their last 5 games and take game 1 of this 3-game set out in San Francisco against their arch nemesis, and that's the LA Dodgers. Walker gets the save, Roop gets the win, Yamamoto gets tapped with the loss, but the San Francisco Giants are able to get the W, and they win by a score of 3-1. That's their 10th win of the season. Wow. Well, that was a really good game. It really was. The San Francisco Giants did a very good job tacking on runs against Yamamoto early on today, and they did enough. I was a little bit scared that Lee coming on home and being tagged out was going to come back to bite the Giants, but that wasn't the case. The Dodgers just didn't have their mojo tonight. It seems like ever since Mookie has been out, they've lost something. Now, you know that Diaz is now on the IL. Will Smith didn't get the start tonight. Pajes didn't get the start tonight either. But even still, like, you still thought to yourself, like, that this was going to be a really good game. And this ended up being a chess match. The Giants got to Yamamoto early. Hyae-Sung Kim made a really bad mistake, and that caused the Giants to have an extra out to play with. And the little things that they did with the small ball that they played were really strong. I will still remember Chapman tagging up on the sac fly with the collision that occurred out in left center between Teoscar and Alex Call. And the fact that he did go over to third, usually when the ball's hit out over to shallow left field, you're not taking that risk. But because there was a little collision there, he took the gamble, and he decided to go over to third, and it worked out very well. And that was big because after the ball was caught, that's one out there, and you want to try to get as many runs as you can against this Dodgers team, and that was a very good gamble that they took. And I thought that was a really good play. Landon pitched really well. Landon did an excellent job, especially in those first 3 innings. He looked like that he was an ace out there. I loved that 9-1-2 sequence where he just... What was that? Was that in the second inning? When was that? I think it was actually the third. Or no... When was it? I need to know. It was in the 5th inning when he got Freeland to strike out looking. Ohtani flied out to right on a breaking ball. And then Tucker struck out swinging on a fastball. Or he struck out looking. That was the curveball that he threw to just get him at the knees. That thing went 12-6. Just catches the outside corner. I mean, he pitched really well. He hit traffic in the 3rd inning, and he gave up the bases-loaded walk. But to his credit, the double play ground ball that he threw to get Alex Call out was a game saver right there. Call gets on base, it's a different game. It's a different type of a ball game. And I actually really thought that it was critical for him to get those 2 outs because if you're Vitello, you really don't want to have to go to your bullpen early. And speaking of the bullpen, how about this Giants bullpen tonight? 4 innings, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, only 2 walks allowed, and no runs against the Dodgers. And this is what the interesting stat to me is. Baruki threw strikes. Gage was a little bit shaky, but he got the job done. Miller got the job done. Wynn also pitched pretty well to get the final out of that 8th inning. Good call to put him on in and have him face Will Smith. Dalton Rushing was coming on up. Will Smith pinched hit for him, and that splitter that he threw to get him looking at the knees, Smith thought that was going to drop. It did not, and he got him looking. So, yeah, they played a very good brand of baseball today. The offense didn't really do so well, but they scored the runs early, and that's what matters. Bailey's been struggling this year. I don't understand what is going on with Patrick Bailey, but there's a reason why he's batting 9th. And even as somebody that hasn't watched every single Giants game this year, you can see why he's batting in the 9th spot. I mean, what the heck has happened to his bat? He's valuable as a catcher, but even the ABS challenges today that he provided, he didn't do a good job with those. The first one that he challenged, that was a bad one, was about 2.5 inches off the plate. That was a bad call. It was a bad challenge. But the offense got 6 hits. They scored 3 runs. I thought I saw a really good at-bat, a couple of really good at-bats from Jung-Hoo Lee. That was promising because he's been off to a slow start. And he had a good day today except for running home, which I fault the third base coach for allowing him and waving him home to do that. That was pretty bad. But yeah, overall, my notes: Landon Roop, Really strong performance. He's their top pitcher right now. Walker got the save. I still don't know how I feel about him as a closer. I know Giants fans feel the same way, but he did good tonight. He was painting those edges with that fastball of his. He's not going to overpower you, but if he can hit the corners, then he can be the closer. By the way, the Padres are now tied with the Dodgers for the NL West. This is the first time, technically, that the Dodgers aren't in the top of their division, because now San Diego is. Interesting. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Giants are now 6 games in back of the Dodgers and the Padres. And they're also 3.5 behind the Diamondbacks, who got absolutely obliterated tonight by the Chicago White Sox. So, overall, really good win. You have to understand the circumstances, right? The Dodgers pitching staff is really good. So you can also take a look at the offense, and you can say to yourself, well, they only put up 3 runs in the first inning. We're talking about the Dodgers here. So we sort of have to adjust our measuring stick, too, when we just take a look at the Giants' offense. And we have to separate that to this team, because they're the Dodgers. They're the team to beat. They are they are baseball's villains. That's who they are. They are baseball's villains, and they beat that team and did it very handily and strategically, I thought. So I can't always take a look at the offense and say to myself, well, this offense stinks, this offense is really bad. When you are playing against a team like the Dodgers, what matters is winning. What ultimately matters is winning. And if your pitching is strong, then that's what really matters. And again, the offense, I thought, did its job early on. Adames did have the infield single. And then Arise had a nice shot. Devers had the RBI single. And the Giants played small ball, and that was the difference. Sometimes that's okay. When you're facing a juggernaut of a baseball team, sometimes it just doesn't matter how you produce the runs. What matters is that you executed when you had to. Sure, are there things that they're going to want to clean up? Absolutely. Some really bad 0-2 situations that we saw in this game. Some times where we see that the Giants are ahead in the count, and then all of a sudden, it's just like, well, they're ahead in the count, but they get on top of the baseball, or they just mistime some of their hits. They can work more on that. There's always room for improvement. But they did it. And they did a very good job. So Yamamoto is now 2-2. By the way, he's never won against the Giants. He has not won one game against the San Francisco Giants. So the Giants will be back at it tomorrow, and we'll be playing same time, same place, same opponent. But instead, Shohei Ohtani will be on the bump, and Tyler Mahle is going to be pitching for the Giants. So, and then on Thursday, to wrap up this series, the Dodgers and Giants will play at 3:45. Tyler Glasnow will face Logan Webb. I still think that the Giants could take 2 out of 3. I don't think that they're going to win tomorrow. I think it's going to be really tough. But I could definitely see them winning on Thursday. Not saying that they can't win tomorrow, because obviously anything is possible. But I said that they could take 2 out of 3 in this series, and I expected that if they were going to do so, they were going to have to win Game 1 and Game 3. So, all right, I love you guys very much. I appreciate you all for being on here. Great job by the Giants. I need some Tony Bennett with this. You know, I have to tell you, Vitello managed a good game today. He made the right moves. And Eric Miller, I know that Ohtani has struggled against him, and Miller has not had a good year. But if it weren't for Ohtani's speed, he would have been out. And then he ended up getting out the next batter, so it worked out. Worked out fine, I thought. So, all right. That's going to wrap it up. I love you all very, very much. I will see you all tomorrow. Our next cast is going to be at 1:10. We got the Reds taking on the Rays. Williamson will be facing Martinez. And then tomorrow night, we got Phillies and Cubs. I will see you all then. I will see you all there. Lila Tov, good night. Catch you all on the next one. Peace out.